Now we're kicking things off with November the 14th. It marked National Lighten Up Day. People around the world took time to relax and take things easy. Oh, I like this day already. The day was created to remind us about looking after our health, happiness and contentment amidst the stresses of modern day living. A huge aspect of this can be found in our diets and what we consume. Now to chat further, dietitian Mbali Mapholi joins us in studio. Mbali, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi Jacob, thank you so much for having me this morning.
Now, National Loosen Up or Lighten Up Day. Why is it important to have a day like that, first of all?
I think it should be an everyday kind
of course, of course.
Mostly it's because, we take life too serious.
Yeah.
We take life, we're always like rushing through traffic, watching what we eat, watching what we drink. We have to, some of the things, we have to do them for our health. But really, we need a day like this whereby, so the 14th is about that. It is about doing things you wouldn't normally do around your health. Taking a walk instead of maybe if you're used to going to structured gym, maybe let's not go to gym on that day.
Switch it up, yeah.
Switch it up a little bit. Go for a walk, take your dog for a walk, even food as well. So just relaxing. There's too much pressure already in life. So that day is just something I think we need every day, actually.
So now, how does the food part play a role in our normal well-being as human beings?
Food is at the cornerstone of our well-being because, it's fuel for our body, and we get a lot of nutrients from food to keep us going. And there is what I always say, it's feed or fight. So food can feed a disease, or food can actually fight a disease. So you want to find that nice balance between the two, in a sense of living your best life, in a vitality, well-being, be able to function, be able to wake up at 5 a.m. and bounce with energy like you are this morning. So all of those things we get from food. But on the flip side, food is, has a social aspect to it. And we need to see food beyond just nutrients that it provides. It brings people together.
Yeah.
At events, at gatherings. December is coming. Wherever we are, there will always be food.
It's centered around food.
Yeah, so it's more like food has just become like a religion on its own, whereby everywhere we go, there is food. So those two aspects where there's a nutrition and the health side, but the social part of food and this commitment to it, make it very important as part of our well-being in general and health as well.
But then how do we find a perfect balance? Like for people who work 8-hour days and getting and preparing food becomes like a long story. So they prefer things like takeaways, etc.
Yeah.
After work, it's a drink with the colleagues, etc. And then you actually limit your time when it comes to exercising, for instance. What is a perfect balance?
I think, what happens is that I hear this a lot. You can imagine that everywhere I am, there is a talk about food, because as soon as I say I'm a dietitian, a person will say, oh, I need to lose weight, or I know somebody who needs to lose weight, or actually I eat healthy, and I'll be like, I don't care, I didn't ask you. But so finding a balance starts with that, stop labeling food. I think it has to start with that. And this obsession about carbs and this obsession about protein, let's look at food as what it is. It's food. It's not saying that if you see a pizza, automatically you say, I don't eat carbs. No, that's not a carb. That is pizza. If you see a donut, it's a donut. If you see a potato, it's a potato. Or a broccoli, it's broccoli.
Call it what it is.
Call it what it is, as opposed to trying to come with these scientific names. Leave that to us, dietitians who are experts in that field. So when we remove the obsession and remove the fuss, then we start understanding that, finding the balance is easy, and healthy eating shouldn't be an inconvenience. Most people think for convenience, I just need to grab a takeaway. No. Even eating healthy can be a convenience. So when you are grabbing that, going to a fast food outlet, choosing well and knowing how to balance things. But some days, just having what you want and not caring about it is what we are for, because everything in moderation is actually the key in this whole thing.
So what's the key things to eat on a day like National Loosen Up Day?
Eat whatever that you want to eat.
I like that. You're a dietitian that allows people to eat whatever they want to eat.
Exactly. I always say, if you want to do clean eating in my world just means taking a shower before eating. It doesn't mean anything more than that, because what is clean eating? It means now you just don't eat this, don't eat that. I can tell you something. Earlier on this week, I was on another TV show, And I spoke about the importance of eating a balanced diet in a sense of carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats. And guess what? I was trolled on Twitter. And people were saying, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Possibly she got 30% out of her dietetics degree because she's now saying people must eat carbs. And I was talking about they have to be part of your diet. So, and they go crazy. And people got so offended when you speak about carbohydrates because of this mentality that they've put in their minds. And now they want to make it an everyone's type of a problem, you know. So they were going crazy, and I was upset a little bit. I was thinking, oh, shame, you know, how can this change? Because it's this type of misconceptions that have put the society in such tense. You know, when you speak about food, it needs to be so tense. Yeah. So what do you need to eat in such a day? Let's just eat what you would eat on a normal day. It should be our day-to-day thing. So if you want to have a chocolate cake, go for it. But you just have to know that don't do what most people do. Just because a chocolate cake is put in front of you, now you're going to eat it. And maybe it's the type that you don't enjoy. Eat what you enjoy. That's another thing. You need to eat food that you enjoy. If you enjoy eating a green salad, do it. Don't be miserable and say, I hate eating lettuce. But here you are munching away.
Shoving it down your throat.
Don't eat lettuce. A salad is not supposed to only have lettuce. Then remove lettuce, put peppers, put other vegetables in there, put other things that you enjoy eating, because healthy eating is not about eating olives. Healthy eating is about healthy eating. So now you're going to be shoving your face with all these foods and you'll be like, oh, I don't want to eat it. Then don't eat it. You know?
Okay, so what do you eat on a typical day then?
Me?
Lady, yes. Because I'm trying to fish on what I should be eating. You know?
Well, I also when my clients ask me, I'll be talking to them, and the next thing they'll be like, I can't believe you've got 3 kids and you've got that body. What do you eat?
What do you eat?
And then I say, no, it's not about me today. It's about you. So now you've caught me because I can't say it's about you. You brought me here as a guest today.
Yes. So what are you eating?
So I just eat a variety of foods. I eat everything. If I'll have oats with berries and stuff now in the morning, but at 10 o'clock, if I feel like dark chocolate, I'll go for it.
Okay.
At midday, at lunchtime, I'll have a salad or whatever that I'm having. If I wanna, go deep on that pap, namawetwane and umroho, I'll go for it with my hands.
Even.
Like that.
Okay.
And then mid-afternoon, if, a friend says, you know what, I haven't seen you in a while, let's catch up, let's have a glass of wine or something, I'll go for that. Or let's go for a slice of cake and tea, I'll go for that. Dinner, again, I get home and I'm prepared, okay, this is what we're having on this day. And my kids be like, oh, we haven't had pasta and beans in a while. And I'll have pasta and beans. It's about a variety. And I almost adopt what I call an 80-20 rule. It's not an official rule, but whereby when I'm because it doesn't start with what you have in your table at home. It starts with what you have in the cupboard and in your fridge. So when you're doing groceries as well, when you're pushing the trolley, for every 4th thing you are taking off the shelf, so all the 4 things can be healthy, but you can then put a 4th thing be something that is unhealthy, because we just have like a 80%, 80-20 balance, yeah.
Oh, Mbali, I could talk to you forever.
I
Seriously. I'll get your details. How do we follow you on social media?
So people can follow me on Instagram. It's at Urban Dietitian. It's dietitian with Dietitian, because that's where problems begin. Dietitians are not pronounced Dietician. That's a wrong one. It's Titi. Okay. And then on Facebook, it's Mbali Mapholi Inc. Registered Dietitians. On Twitter, it's at Urban Dietitian as well.
Mbali Mapholi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. So there we go. Dietitian Mbali Mapholi joined us in the studio to chat about National Loosen Up and Lighten Up Day, which we marked on the 14th, and ways we can maintain our well-being through the types of food we consume.